Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about your quinceañera invitation. I'm basically going to be showing you my invitations, answering what should be on an invitation, when should you send those out, how do you make your own, what do you tell the person who's making yours. So I'm going to do this little mini quince basics, which is basically if you're starting out with planning your quince, I'm going to do one for invitations, one for themes, and one for picking out your dress, which I know a lot of you guys have asked me to make a video like this. I do still owe you guys the songs for your quince videos, the father-daughter dance, and the surprise dance. So I will be still making those, so don't worry, I'm going to try and do my best to post as many quince videos as I can these next few weeks, because I know a lot of your quinces are coming up and I want my videos to be up there for when you need them. So let's go ahead and get started. I went through the whole thing with invitations. I started off so clueless. I didn't know what you put on it, what goes on it. So the first thing I turned to were my friends' invitations who had already had their quince. I saved all those invitations just because, memories, but it also came in handy, to just see what they did on theirs, and they are pretty similar. So there is a basic concept that most invitations follow. Okay, so here are some of the ones that I had. Odalis, if you're watching this, I still have yours. Leslie, here's yours. This was one of my sister's friends from years ago, and I still have hers. So I read through all of these and just basically took some little tips here and there to see what I could do with mine. It's good to see examples when doing something because you can base yours off of it and it'll help you along the way. So in the beginning, I wanted to do my own invitations. I didn't know what editing to use, what cards do I print it on. I didn't know anything. Just experiment on PicMonkey. I would just get a blank canvas. So I'll show you those. So here are the ones that I had originally made. They look like this. So as you guys know, my quince color was mint blue. So I took this gradient effect basically and I put it on here, and then I took different fonts and basically filled it out. This is literally just on paper that's a little bit thicker than regular white paper. Planning on putting some of the little bling ribbon that you've seen in other videos of mine. That looks super cute, and it's all literally handmade. I made one with rounded edges. I just cut it, and then here is another one. These are the ones that I made. Now I'll go ahead and show you my official ones. My older cousin made them for me. I had the ones for friends, which I'm about to show you, and the ones for families. Again, they're basically handmade. She put these little flower decals on it, which you can do as well. You can add anything you would like to your own invitations. You printed on my name on here. This was how my invitation looked. So these were the ones that I passed out to friends. It's basically just a picture photograph material. They don't cost that much to make, probably no more than a few quarters just to make one. A little photo shoot for me, which I just posted. It was my last video, and she took those pictures and we made the invitations with it. I don't know what editing software she used on this, but you can easily create something similar on PicMonkey, WordArt, those types of websites that lets you create from a fresh template. And these were the ones we passed out to family. So this is how it looked. There was a really cute sparkly band similar to this, but not exactly. These are one of the ones I messed up on, so I kept this one. So I don't have an official one to show you with the actual band, but it was something similar to this. There was a little bow in the middle. So then once you would slip it off, and then you would open it. And this is what mine looked like. I gave her my little templates that I had worked on, and she recreated it into something way better. And again, it's that photo material, as you can tell from the reflection. These are pocket invitations. So then on every invitation, since there was an extra pocket here, I'm why not just add a little picture and add a magnet to the back so people can stick it onto the refrigerator, and it has the date of my quince so they won't forget. Literally, I got them at Walmart for $1. They're these magnet strips, and take off the little sticky stuff on the back and just paste it onto whatever you want, and it becomes magnetic. If you're wondering what this little thing is, it's the address. Again, the address is found here in the invitation, but to my mistake, I forgot to add the number of the location, so I'm oh no. So we made these little separate ones and just stuck it right here. Invitations can range, from a few quarters to a few dollars, and it really just depends on the material of the card, how fancy it is. You've probably seen before at different quinces or like some really super cool invitations, and you'll ask them how much is this, and they'll tell you $3, you know, $3 per invitation, and you think about it like, what? I'm gonna end up spending like $300 on invitations. I had no idea that those paper things would cost so much, but it's typical for them to range, you know, a few dollars per invitation if they're, you know, fancier than normal. Do not wait more than a month before you send them, because you want to make sure people get them on time, people make, you know, time for it, save a date for it. You can add, you know, RSVP, which is basically you add like a phone number on your invitation or a way to contact you, and it's just a way for them to tell you, you know, yeah, I'm coming. If the number of guests that are coming to your party is super important and you can't go above a certain capacity, then I would recommend you put something like that on there so you'll know how many guests are coming for sure. It's optional, I didn't do that. Well, I sent mine out about a month before. You do end up mailing a lot of these. Parents will bring some to work, they'll pass those around. You'll bring some to school, you'll pass those around. Family that's far away, you'll end up mailing these out to them. So mail them out a month before, you know, just to make sure. If you can send them a little bit earlier, do that. The earlier you can send these out, the better. So I probably had around 80 like formal invitations, 80 to 100 of the nice ones, and I had about 20 to 25 for friends. We did that because, you know, normally friends, you'll just pass them out. Your friends might lose them. I'm not saying your family won't, but it's just more common for them to just be like, okay, I'll be there, and they'll toss it. So for your family, that's why I recommend doing something more high-end for them, and it just looks nicer, you know, it's family. If you're having damas and chambelanes, what I did was, again, I gave them like the fancier ones because normally their families come. For friends, I would say stick with something that's not as good as that because they're super expensive, and if you can save money there, then go ahead and do it. So now let's go ahead and what do you put on an invitation? So you definitely want your name somewhere in there because it's your party, and somewhere in there as well that to let them know, you know, this is your quinceaños, which mine says mis expiaños. So your name, put that it's a 15 somewhere in there. Parents' name, your mom and your dad. This one was my friend, so it just said, you know, we're inviting you, the date, location, address, and then we put 3 different times, one for dinner, one for the presentation, and the rest of the dancing. So I'll go ahead and read it to you. So basically a little template. Junto con mis padres, blank, blank, te hacemos la cordial invitación para que nos acompañes el blank, 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 the day, and then the place, and then the address. And then the 3 timings that I had, the first one was cena, and we put it from 5:30 to 7:30. Presentation was gonna start at 8, and baile, which means, you know, when it's just dancing, that was from 9 to 2. And as for family, the only difference really is that we added a little caption. Find some really cute ones online. Just search, you know, like quinceañera sayings, quotes for my quinceañera invitation, and there will be so many. The one that I picked, dicen que la vida es más bella si podemos cumplir lo que soñamos, y mi sueño es que compartas conmigo la noche de mis quinceaños. And I picked this one because I felt like it rhymed, and I thought it was just really cute and very simple. You can come up with your own, but that's the one that I chose, and that was pretty much the only difference for the family one. So now some tips if you want to make your own. I chose not to show my quince dress because I really wanted it to be a surprise for my guests. So it's why I had like a separate little photo shoot with like different outfits instead of using my quince dress. But if you want to, you know, go ahead and use your quince dress, and it's gonna be really eye-catching and people will want to see you with your dress on that day. It's up to you if you want a picture of you at all in there, if you want to put a picture with another outfit, you know, something that's a little bit shorter and fun, or if you want to use your quince dress. Some quick ideas for your invitations. Again, you can use little decals like this. You can find them anywhere, Michael's, Walmart, Target, craft stores. These are the flower ones. They had a little bling in the middle. Adding some, like a band around it, a petal made with ribbon, and then a little sequin in the middle. Makes your invitation look a lot cuter and a lot nicer. Use ribbon that matches your invitation, you know, wrap it around anywhere you can and make it cute. Sequin ribbon makes anything pop out at you and just makes anything look a lot more elegant. Here's another one. Let's say you're making your own. This is just a regular envelope. Ribbon that I had that's sparkly. I glued it together with like some super glue. You just curve your invitation and add your band, and then once you put it in the middle, it looks really cute and really nice. Lastly, another thing I made is the little thank you cards that were on the table. I took a picture from the photo shoot that my cousin gave me. I basically made it like very Disney looking on PicMonkey, and then I added gracias por compartir hoy la noche de mis expiaños, which goes with the invitation, you know, my dream is for you to come with me on this special day. So I put it on there. Thank you so much for coming, and that's how it looked like. Transported that picture onto Walmart's like printing site, and I picked the, I think maybe this was 8x4 I believe, and super inexpensive. I printed maybe about 80 of them, and I put 2 on each table, and it was just a cute touch, which again, if I can do something, you can do it too. So that's just another idea I have for you guys. So that is my invitation video. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions about anything else, let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye!